Bercuti bersama keluarga untuk merapatkan lagi hubungan kekeluargaan amat digalakkan. Apa yang pasti, ibu bapa yang mempunyai anak-anak yang masih kecil dan belum memulakan alam persekolahan yang formal menggunakan peluang jalan-jalan bersama sebaik mungkin. Pelbagai destinasi mesra kanak-kanak boleh didapati di dalam dan luar negara kita. Setelah peluang bercuti menjangkaui sempadan negara dibenarkan, ramai mengatur jadual percutian, ambil cuti daripada pekerjaan masing-masing untuk luangkan masa senggang berkualiti bersama keluarga. Kali ini, lokasi percutian yang menjadi pilihan keluarga-keluarga Malaysia yang sempat program Semuanya Tentang kita perhatikan ialah negara jiran paling ke selatan Malaysia, iaitu Kota Singa atau Pulau Termasik, Singapura. Bermain layang-layang di Marina Barrage, suatu pengalaman yang agak menarik kerana lapangannya lain daripada padang lapang yang biasa kita lihat. Ia bertingkat, bak jejabat tetapi berumput. Satu lagi tarikan yang dijadualkan keluarga ini untuk anak mereka bergembira sambil bercuti ialah sebuah akuarium di Pulau Sentosa. Keseluruhan saiz akuarium di sini boleh menampung air sebanyak 42.8 juta liter untuk membolehkan lebih 100,000 hidupan laut daripada lebih 1,000 spesies yang boleh didapati di seluruh dunia berenang bebas di dalamnya. Menariknya, tarikan bertutup atau indoor ini sentiasa dipenuhi pelancong selain warga tempatan. Akuarium ini antara yang terbesar di dunia. Beginilah keadaannya pada hari biasa di luar waktu cuti penggal persekolahan. Seronok kanak-kanak pelbagai usia melihat gelagat ikan dan hidupan laut yang bersaiz besar dan kecil berenang di sekeliling mereka. Ibu bapa mereka serta orang dewasa pun tak kurang seronok melihat ikan-ikan berenang di kiri, kanan dan di hadapan serta di dalam terowong berair di atas ruang kepala mereka. Ada ikan yang macam-macam spesies termasuk zebra shark. Ada obor-obor pelbagai jenis dan warna. Ada ikan pari, kuda laut dan naga laut antaranya.
Tourist families who come and visit the aquarium, we have tours and programs for them to learn more about the animals and behind the scenes as well. From the education teams, they develops and conducts educational programs for different age groups. So we have for schools, from very young children to older students, and also for the public. Covers roughly one part of it. So the latest attraction we have here is the vibrancy experience. Actually brings together science, art and education together. It's a very immersive, interactive experience about marine life and where they live in. They can actually learn about all these different ecosystems through a very interactive and fun way. So there'll be very nice art installation they can take photos with, their videos they can see. Most guests who come here, I think they are very amazed by the marine animals. They live quite some depth in the ocean. Maybe those who are not that interested in marine animals, it still look very nice for them to take photos and have something nice to bring home with them as well. So vibrancy actually have 4 different zones. One is it starts from the top of the ocean, so guests will get to see different layers of the ocean. And one part they can actually see what our vets do to take care of the animals. So I think that is the most interesting, and I feel like something that most people are very interested to learn about. And one main feature is something called the diaphanization. So actually use something called clearing and staining. It's not something that vets commonly use, but scientists use it to stain the animals. Then they can look inside the bones of animals, so you can see the structure. It's very colourful and very nice looking. So I think guests really are very interested in taking photos of these features. No, they're not alive, but all these animals, they are obtained naturally from the aquarium. So this is actually an exhibition for us to showcase to the guests, so they can learn more about all these different techniques that scientists can use to learn more about the animals. So it creates awareness to the guests. We do have X-ray that's being shown in the exhibition as well, amongst like CT scans and also ultrasound scans as well. So I think it's something new for them to see. For our sea jellies, actually all of them, they are actually bred in-house right here in the sea aquarium since 2012. So why do we breed them in the sea aquarium? It's because sea jellies basically they have very short lifespan. So this ensures that we have a sustainable supply of sea jellies in the sea aquarium. They are mostly just following the current, swimming around, floating around. They actually enjoy looking at the sea jellies just floating very calmly, and it actually gives a very relaxing vibe as well. And especially for the moon sea jellies, they have very colourful lightings because those moon sea jellies, they are translucent. So that's actually a very popular photo spots for guests as well. So with the lighting, it looks very nice. It helps the guests to see the sea jellies. Here we have 12 species of sea jellies. Okay, so we have from fried egg sea jellies, we have sea nettles, we also have the white spotted sea jellies and blue blubber sea jellies. Could be at least over a few hundreds if you add up together, different species. At least 1,000 animals over there, okay, and over about like 100 species. So and in the whole sea aquarium, we actually have over 100,000 animals, over 1,000 species. We do have corals that are being propagated here. So corals, we do grow them as well. Then we also have other animals that breed here, including our rays and sharks. So we have zebra sharks that were born right here in the sea aquarium. I would think our zebra sharks, so we have 2 zebra sharks that were born right here in the sea aquarium. So they are also called our miracle babies. One of them is actually born on Singapore's National Day. So she has been here for at least 5 years already. So I think she's very cute. Every time when I walk around the aquarium, I try to find her swimming around. Open ocean habitat is actually our largest habitat. So it's one of the world's largest viewing panel. It actually measures from 36 meters in length, 8.3 meters in height. Not everyone will get to see because it's quite far away from the shore. You can see different animals at different parts of the ocean. To admire these animals, because these animals are just in nature. Get connected with these animals and from there be inspired to protect them as well. Dive into the world of vibrant marine life and learn how you can protect them at the sea aquarium.
Film XS20.
Ke mana pula keluarga ini seterusnya? Daripada hidupan laut, jom ikut mereka ke taman haiwan atau zoo dan taman burung atau bird paradise di Madani, Singapura. Terletak di kawasan berdekatan tasik seletar di Madani bersaiz 26 dan 17 hektar masing-masing, pelawat berkeluarga ke kedua-dua lokasi ini akan memulakan eksplorasi haiwan darat mereka dengan atur cara sarapan yang unik, breakfast in the wild.
Di Singapura ada macam-macam attractions, Gardens by the Bay, untuk kanak-kanak pun ada banyak di Sentosa, Pulau Ubin, heritage centers. Untuk family sekeluarga datang ke Singapura, kami boleh pergi contohnya Pulau Sentosa di mana can do like a lot of activities, bersenam, naik basikal, berenang di kolam air, play with water jets, makan, boleh berkelah juga di tepi pantai. Di Singapura ada satu kawasan namanya Mandai Wildlife Reserve. Di sana ada 4 park. Zoo, taman haiwan kita, bird park, taman burung, river wonder dengan night safari. Seluruh keluarga boleh melawat. Anda boleh membeli satu tiket. It's called the park hopper. It will be much cheaper. Kalau ada stroller sendiri itu ambillah. Tetapi kalau tak bawa stroller sendiri, boleh menyewa satu stroller atau wagon, boleh berjalan di seluruh park. Ada juga bird park, namanya sekarang Bird Paradise, di mana anda boleh berjalan kaki di dalam aviary, di dalam sangka-sangka burung. 8 besar sangka-sangka burung terletak di Bird Paradise. Di sini pun anda boleh ambil stroller yang anda ada menyewa. At the Bird Paradise, there are 8 large walk-in aviaries. So you can actually go inside, the children will go inside, and birds are flying all over you, around you. It's totally safe. And you feel like you're really in nature, and each in the very various zones as well, the African zone, the rainforest zone, the Australian zones. Cannot be hot all the time, but when very hot times, you can also buy tickets to the sea aquarium. It is one of the largest aquariums in the world, and if you want to have a special treatment, you can go behind the scene and see how jellyfish and other fish are kept and grown locally within the environment. Saya sepatutnya satu guide heritage tours a bit less interesting unless I can bring them to somewhere where there are wall murals everywhere. Little India, Juchet, Kampung Glam, there are wall murals everywhere, very colourful. So children are attracted by colours. And not just colours, but it depicts life of once upon a time in Singapore. So parents can tell children, when I was young, I grew up in a house like that. Or they can do like a treasure hunt. Hey kids, let's look at this big panel and show me where you can find a peacock feather, for example. And then this is like an interactive game between parent and a child. Yeah, food in Singapore, every corner you turn you can find food any time of the day. As with kids, I don't know, sometimes parents don't mind kids, going, having chips and fried food. So that's plenty of that around. But if you want something more healthy, you can always try some of our local pancakes. So it's very easy to feed children here. If you go to Kampung Glam, you can actually have rice and like an omelette with a bit of light curry. Di zoo, ada breakfast with orangutan. Contohnya, di sana ada berbagai-bagai makanan buffet. So kids can pick, or parents can pick for the kids what they normally eat, like waffles with syrup. Doesn't have to be spicy, right? And after the meal, they got an activity taking photos. That's great. And otherwise, at the bird park, there's this wonderful new restaurant called Crimson. Not just easy, friendly, kid-friendly food, but also an amazing view from the restaurant.
Di Kids World yang baru dibuka untuk dikunjungi, terdapat peluang untuk kanak-kanak memegang haiwan-haiwan kecil seperti arnab, kucing dan anjing antaranya. Ada juga falabella, sejenis kuda yang seakan-akan kuda padi. Comel sungguh. Mereka suka membaringkan diri di atas pasir. Tengok tu, gelagat seekor falabella tergolek-golek di atas pasir. Bukan sahaja kanak-kanak yang teruja di sini, orang dewasa pun turut sama. Seronok kan? Selain itu, kambing pelbagai baka pun ada. Jinak-jinak, asyik nak minta snack atau treats.
Look at the big one! Wow!
Marina Bay Sands, well, it's not just a huge hotel with 2,500 rooms and with a big infinity pool. In fact, it has just become, I guess, an icon or symbol of Singapore. It's an integrated resort. Outside, once you have finished walking around in the evening, strolling with your family, there at 8 o'clock starts the fountain show. It's called Spectra. It's dancing fountains to light and sound, and it's spectacular. The acoustics are really good, and children always have lots of fun looking at it and mesmerized by it.
Fujifilm XS20.
Cuaca yang agak panas di tempat percutian pilihan boleh membuatkan kanak-kanak cepat letih dan mahu didukung sekiranya tiada kereta sorong untuk disewa maupun yang dimiliki sendiri untuk kanak-kanak ini gunakan. Maka pilihan untuk berkunjung ke tempat-tempat menarik dalam bangunan yang berhawa dingin pasti lebih diminati. Pameran Avatar, sebuah filem yang popular pada tahun 2009 melalui serinya yang pertama, menjadi fokus pertunjukan bertema kali ini di salah satu bangunan dom di Gardens by the Bay, Singapura. Menarik sungguh pameran patung-patung avatar dan haiwan, kehijauan tumbuhan, bunga-bungaan dan air terjun yang disiapkan untuk mengisi ruang bangunan dom itu.
Get the chance to do a lot of things together dengan family, dengan wife saya sekali. The experiences, the bonding, the family bonding. Child at 4 years old, he learns what is Singapore is about. I think that's very important. We find similarities in terms of food, culture. I think it's also the same. Worthwhile, and all the time that we spend, relationship even much more closer. Children only has 3 years old once in their lifetime, so I think it's good to experience this together with the young one, because when the moment goes away, then you will never able to return back to the time that you want to spend time with them. Bercutilah dengan anak dan family.
Untuk mereka yang lebih suka berjalan di lorong-lorong yang sering disebut-sebut pengunjung ke Singapura seperti kawasan Little India dan sekitar Masjid Sultan serta Kampung Gelam, ia tetap akan memberikan kepuasan yang optimum.
Little India, we have many shops selling saris. There's this huge 5 meter and 1 meter in Malaysia. They love the colors that Indian saris represent, and they can easily buy this for not much money, and then go back and make baju kebaya, baju kurung, which I know many of my friends do that also. There are activities for kids. I explained some to you also. But more than that, you can bring kids here to return home after learning something like a hands-on ketupat weaving or flipping the roti prata, making teh tarik. All this will be fun for them, and they will go back and excited to feed their family with this. Research online, because you got packages. These, if you plan ahead, you can get discounts. You deposit a certain amount of money, you can get up to sometimes 40% discounts. Older folks who come together as a friends destination, it'd be nice for them to learn, especially for Malaysia. Our heritage is so linked together. Our roots. My family came from Kelantan. It's a lot of work for me, but so much fun, enriching for me as well to share my beautiful country, my beautiful chili padi, my red dot with the rest of the world.
Raikanlah ahli keluarga anda dan hargailah masa bersantai bersama keluarga yang erat perhubungan mereka, terutamanya sejak di usia muda, akan lebih mensejahterakan kehidupan dan memakmurkan negara melalui keutuhan pertalian komunitinya.